Welcome to
Bone of My Bone.
Marriage of the Heart.
I give myself a hand.
We are your hosts. I am Katina Robinson.
And I'm Ronnie Robinson.
And let us tell you a little bit about Bone of My Bone, Marriage of the Heart, and where it comes from, which is Genesis 2:23 and 24.
And Adam said, "This is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one."
Yes, yes, yes. And we are one.
Yes, we're here again on Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
Hey.
I'm coming to you guys, let you know that we love you. We love God. We love everything that is happening in our life right now.
And so the second half of Bone of My Bone, Marriage of the Heart, comes from Matthew 6:21, and it says, For where your treasure is, there may your heart, there will your heart be also. Hey, hey.
She trying to be like a little cheerleader tonight. I feel like I'm just coming off the football field and she cheering. But hey, you know what, baby? You are part of my treasure box. And we're going into our 19th year.
19th, yes, yes.
And I mean, been in love every tenth of a second of it, because the way we are together, we love doing a lot of things together. We love just doing life together, you know. And that just rolls right on over to the next thing, you know.
Because the purpose of Bone of My Bone, Marriage of the Heart is to remind couples to remember that love is worth fighting for.
Yes, hey, yes, you too.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm excited, baby, about the topic tonight.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that first? What do you?
Well, let's talk about our website right quick before we get into the topic of tonight. We want to let you guys know that we have a website where you can go and book all of our services, everything that we do, everything that we offer. You can go there, you can book, you can sign up for the newsletter, do all of that good stuff at our website, which is www.bombmarriage.org. But if you didn't catch that, guess what? I got you.
Bubble it up, baby. Bubble it up.
Bam. There it is.
I love my wife. Ooh, boy, I love you, girl. You know how to put it out.
I love you too, baby. But yes, it is www.bombmarriage.org.
Go there.
So go there. Book us for your events. Book us for counseling. Book us for whatever it is that you have need of when it comes to married couples, when it comes to if you're dating and want to get married, whatever it is that you need along the way, we are here to assist. So go ahead and go to our website and check it out. And also just put your email in there so we can
Mr. Carlos.
Go ahead and go ahead, baby.
I'm just waving and talking to my friends because they're getting on tonight, because they know that Bone of My Bone, Marriage of the Heart, we come seriously about what we stand for. We stand for a married couple. We stand for the next generation, to let them see how love should be in that next generation. And hey, young folks, we love you guys, and I know y'all want to be married one day. So look, that's all you got to do is just take pictures of my smile, because I'm very happy, very happy. But let's get into the topic tonight, though.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about the topic. Listen, y'all, the topic is I'm committed for life. Oh my goodness, this has got so many realms and so many topics and so many directions, so many ways you can go with this statement. I'm committed for life. One thing that I can say in my marriage, I am committed for life with this lady here.
Yes,
I'm ready to do life with her. I'm ready to, whatever God has for us as a married couple, I mean, I go out every day, and I really want to just be an example for my family. I mean, when I'm talking to people, when I'm just having fun with people at my job, or just collaborating with people out in the world, it's all about marriage. It's all about happiness. And that's what it needs to be in these last days, y'all. These last and evil moments where things are happening in diverse places. So, we need love now. We need love. We need love, love, love. I mean, it needs to be put out there again. Right now, I don't even hardly see couples hold hands in public anymore. I don't even see men's opening doors for their queens. I mean, I see so many things that we can change in life that can really, really show what we are committed to. And it's sad. It's sad. It's sad because uh, with a woman, I'm just talking about this lady beside me. You know, she brought three beautiful child or children, I'm sorry, in the world. And I mean, naturally. So to me, this lady is blessed. God bless her to make it through every last one of them. She could have died. She could have all type of things. But God bless her to come through those pregnancies. And so I look at that as if this lady can bring life into this world, God choose her to do it, and that hey, I'm gonna wrap that up. I'm gonna wrap my arms around that. I'm gonna try to be the best I can for her. And once everybody get back online with this, that is truly committed for life in their marriages. Listen, y'all, I'm talking about being committed for life.
Yes.
That means if things are not going so right in your life, both of you are banging this thing out together, making it work,
Figuring it out.
how to make it work, even going
family.
through together. And one thing about my wife and I, we have went through a lot over these years, from financials, from the children's being turning 15 at that age, and that age of going wild in their head. We've been through it. My wife been through it. I've been through it. But at the end of the day, I am committed. I am committed for life to, first of all, Jesus Christ now, and then this lady here in my family tree. And then everybody else fall in line. And I don't mean that in no bad way, but fall in line. Every man that I think that has a household right now, that's the order. I mean, that's my personal order, the way I do it. God, my wife, my children, that's my tree. And when my daughters get married, it's going to be the son-in-law. All on is part of the tree to me. But everybody else fall in line. But we would fall in line to you and your tree. That's the key. So we got to make this thing work in these days. We see a lot of violence. We see a lot of killing. We see a lot of divorces. We came from a state that's got 1.5 million people, which Atlanta itself got that on probably close to one side of the town. So, but it led the nation at one time, y'all. Do your research. At one time, led the nation in divorces. That's got to change. That has to change. Even in this region, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, you're not exempt. Marriage has got to change. You got to start one to be committed for life to that female or that male to that man, because it ain't about the carnality. It ain't about everything you can achieve together, all the toys and the trinkets and everything you can get together. It all boils down at the end of the day. Are you committed to the one you say I do to?
That's it. And we talked about on a previous show, basically the vows. When you take those vows, how serious are you taking those vows?
Yes.
Like, are you committing for life when you take those vows? Or are you just, so happy to be married and you're not counting up the cost? Or you just kind of going through the motions because all your friends are married? Or, it's so many circumstances that people go and get married under. And some of them are not true love. Some of them are not for life because they go in it with the frame of mind of if we get divorced.
Yeah.
And if you go in it with that frame of mind, you're already setting your marriage up to fail. So are you committed to life? Are you committed for life in your relationship, in your marriage? Are you totally saying, okay, no matter what, hell or high water, we're gonna do this together. We're gonna ride them waves together. Are we gonna fight together? So many times when we're counseling people, that's what we have to remind the couples is to fight together against the things of the world. Don't fight each other, because then it's just not a good thing. I'm not saying physical fight because there shouldn't be no physical, but I'm saying when you're putting all your energy into fighting against each other, then you're really not being effective in your marriage, because you're supposed to fight the world together. Like the world is going to bring enough against us without having to have issues in your household. Like, you want peace in your house. You want that to be your safe haven. You want that to be where you come and just say, whoo, this has been a doozy of a day, but I'm so glad to be home. But if you're in a place in your marriage where that's not your testimony, whether you rather be somewhere else than be home, then there's some serious steps need to be taken. Counseling, commitment, again, recommitting to each other, conversation, counseling, all of those things need to happen if you're at a place where you rather be somewhere else than be at home. Because home is where you should find your peace. Home is where the love is. Home is where you should come and, like I said, wind down from the things of the world, your job. Just going to the grocery store can be stressful. People are so rude these days about nothing. And so going out and about doing things, and don't talk about the traffic. Woo, Jesus. Especially if you live in Atlanta, Georgia. Oh my God, this traffic is something. It's in a league of its own. And so when you're dealing with all of those things, you want to come home and have peace. You want to come home and be able to vent if you need to, or just wind down and say, I don't want to talk about my day. I just want to relax. Whatever it be, it is, or it should be in your house. That's what you got to focus on. Like, you should focus on the peace and the love of your house, not the things of the world. And so that's a part of being committed for life. Like, come home, when your spouse come home and they've had a rough day, you got to be committed to make their day better. You got to be committed to say, okay, babe, I understand that you had a rough day. What can I do to make your day better? Do you need a foot massage? Do you need a back rub? Do you need just run a hot bath? Are you ready to eat now? Do you want to eat a little later? Those things we should be catering to each other. And it's not about just the wife catering to the husband. The husband, vice versa, should be doing those same things for their spouse. So are you committed for life? Are you committed for life? We're committed.
Yes.
We're committed. Yes. But are you committed for life?
Hey, the definition for committed. Dedicated. Are you dedicated? That's the key. Let's take it to a higher notch here. There's two things God said, or one thing God said, or Jesus said. You can't serve two masters.
That's it.
You can't serve two masters.
Love one and hate the other.
And so if I'm committed to Jesus Christ, I'm willing to do what he tells me to do. I'm willing to be that Psalms 37 man, 37 and 23, the steps of a good man is ordered by the Lord. Boom, I'm committed for life to that. So to say that, it's got to be about love. That's the king of it all. The most important word on this earth is love. That's the most important word. So if I'm committed for life to Jesus Christ, I'm going to go to the Father. I'm going to go to the Father that created me, that knew me in my mother's womb, which is in Psalms 139, and that whole chapter. Check it out, read it. He framed us. He framed us to love. First of all, he He framed us to come here to praise him, to honor him, to glorify him, even before he came and died for us in John 3:16. So if I'm committed to my Father, Jesus Christ, I'm going to be committed to the one he gave to me in my life. So, and I'm going to love her above and beyond that I possibly can think of, that I can imagine. Those are the things I ask God to give me now in these days. I know that God is going to bless us with the carnality of our eyes, the carnality mentality. It's going to be there. But to love someone and be committed for life, I have to take it to a Jesus Christ level. I say, look, if I'm gonna love this beautiful lady, I'm gonna be here and go through the ups and downs with her. I'm gonna be committed. Like we just had a retreat in September. September. I'm gonna tell you something. Every couple that was at their retreat, we saw dedication.
Yes.
We saw dedication. Even if they was going through something at that moment, at those moments at their retreat, God renewed, restored, just rewrapped their whole mentality about the marriage that they have. And God is doing this. Like I say, it's all about LOV. That's the most important word on this planet. And you can believe it or not, try all the other ones. You will fail. But love won't fail you. Love won't fail you. When you fail in saying you love somebody and then y'all break up, if you're dating, look, there's more fish in the sea, as they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. But the bottom line is true love and commitment, you don't go away. You don't go away. I know there's divorces, we've been divorced. But God has brought us into
not from each other.
No.
That's before we got married to each other.
Yes.
So clarify.
Yes. So when God brought us together, we were done with the world choosing things our way, choosing the person we want. We let God do this thing. And now we're in this thing into our 19th year. But the key thing is we love each other. We want to do life. We are committed for life. And that's what we're trying to, and that's what we're going to do. And I'm not hoping, I got faith. I got faith that it's going to happen. We're going to change the world. It's not just about the United States. It is around the world. Because I'm telling you, there are some couples need to hear positivity. They need to hear it now because they are going through, because they're looking at so much the world is hurling at them. The subliminal messages of everything about a marriage, the movies they make. You think about it. Hollywood is faking. I know they faking, but they putting the subliminal message in the real true life of a person.
Yeah.
You know.
Because how many movies do you watch that they meet on the first date and they sleeping together?
Come on.
Like that's planting a seed and making people that's dating or making people that's single think that's all right, and it's not.
Are you committed for life when
exactly.
that one night stand? No, come on.
Exactly.
You can't tell me you are. You lying. You lying. You lying out there. Come on.
And so, talking about commitment, a lot of times you're going to run into hurdles in your marriage. You're going to run into trials and tribulations.
Yes.
So that's where counseling comes in. Don't be too prideful or too, embarrassed or whatever it may be that keeps you from getting counseling, because the fact of the matter is sometimes you need someone standing out looking in that can help give you guidance and help you look at it in another way. So don't kick counseling. Don't look at counseling as a bad thing. No, counseling is a very helpful thing that everybody needs every so often. Sometimes in your marriage, sometimes just in your personal life, we need counseling because we need someone that's standing out, looking in, that's a professionally trained or has gone through some things themselves also, that can give you some insight on, okay, let's look at it this way. And maybe if you look at it this way, you'll think about it a whole nother way. And so like I said earlier, go to our website. I'm gonna put that down on here again so you can check that out. And then that way you can go and check out all the things that we offer and see what it is that you have need of. And if whatever you have need of, go and book and go ahead and connect with us so we can help you walk this thing out, because we want to see marriages work. We want to see marriages thriving. We want to see marriages doing purpose for real, not just existing, because we see too much of just existing. It is too much just existing going on all around us all the time. Some people brag about how many years they've been married, but a lot of times those years have not been happy marriages. Those years have been just saying, okay, I'm gonna stay married, but I'm not happy. So what is that benefit? If you're not happy, you're miserable, you're not doing purpose, you're just existing. And we want to be the change. We want to help you change that whole look in your marriage, or if you're thinking about getting married. We want to be able to, like I said, stand out looking in and give you some recommendation, give you some guidance on things that you can change that's simple, that is life changing. I know everyone that was at our marriage conference can our marriage retreat can vouch and say they learned something. Even the couple that was there, that they've been married 29 years, 28 years, and we've been married 18 years. And they were saying how much they learned from it. So you don't ever get so been together so long or older or whatever to say there's nothing that you can't learn.
And you know what, baby? There's couples out there I know right now that has been married 28 years, and I'm not talking about the ones at the retreat. I'm saying I know people on my job and out in the city that has been married for 28 years, and the thing is, they brag about it, but I say to them, show it. Just don't be behind closed doors. Out here is what out there outside the four walls is where the church is truly at. And then the people need to see the type of love you got. And if you have a platform like Bone of My Bone, Marriage to the Heart, if you want to come on, we can Zoom you, we can do live, but the people need to hear, the young couples need to hear, even older couples too. Let me just stop saying to young people. They need to hear that marriages are still thriving, where you can glean from one another. If I don't know something, tell me. And if it's going to enhance my marriage and my wife will receive that, hey, bring it on. So don't brag behind the closed doors. It's time to go outside those doors, those closed doors, outside those four walls, and show the world that love is still adamant, still efficient, still above and beyond anything else you can achieve in life. Because when you committed for life to someone and you know you are in your heart, your mind gonna follow. Your mind gonna follow. If you got it right here, it's gonna follow. This here gonna follow. And you're gonna learn how to do that. You're gonna learn how to know that, Lord, you know my heart. You know my heart. Psalms what? Psalms 139, 23, and 24. It says, search me, O God, and know my heart. If you committed to someone for life, heart, from your mind is going to follow that. And you're going to work everything out. You're going to try to work everything out in Jesus Christ that's possible to make that lady happy, or she's going to make this man happy. You work those things out. You work those things out.
Because the second half of Bone of My Bone, Marriage of the Heart scripture is Matthew 6:21, which says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So if you think about it, what you treasure, you're going to take the utmost care of it. You think about people that treasure things that's been passed down from generation to generation, and they do everything they can to take care of it, never lose it, and keep it locked up, those things, because they treasure it. So their heart is attached to that. So when your heart is attached, you're going to give your all. You're going to commit your all. You're going to do everything you can to treasure that marriage, that relationship, that love, that friendship. Because we always say it ain't just about being married. It's better to be friends first, because you have a different level of respect for your friend. If that person is your friend first and then you get in a relationship and then you become married, there's a whole nother level of respect and honor that you have for that person. And because you look at them as your friend, not just who you're married to or not just who you're committed to. You want to do all you can to savor your relationship as a friend, and so if you're friends with if you're married to your friend, you're going to do everything you can to be the best person that you can be, your best self. And that's where, again, counseling come in. Sometimes it's not about so much of marriage counseling. Sometimes we need individual counseling. Amen. Because of the things that we have went through, that we have endured, because our past has an effect on us.
Amen, Pastor Thompson.
Our past definitely has an effect on us. And so if there's things that happen in your past that you have not dealt with, they're gonna rear their head up in that marriage. They're gonna rear their head up in your life. And so sometimes you have to pull away and say, I need to work on this. Prime example, my husband and I, we have been married for I'd say probably 7 or 8 years at that point. And I realized that anger was rising up in me. Like I was getting angry for no reason. I was snapping at the drop of a dime. I was going through some health challenges at the time that helped add it to that anger. But I was snapping. So I literally went to God for myself. I was like, God, what is it? Why am I so angry and has such a short fuse? And God revealed to me that the things that happened to me as a child, the abuse that I endured, the sexual things that happened to me, the sexual abuse, all of that, that I just kept it in. I never dealt with it. I never addressed it. I just made it like it just went away and it didn't go away. And so that anger rose up in me. So literally I'm back thinking about those things, not realizing that was a trigger. So because I'm having health challenges now, my health is not where it needs to be. It's making me frustrated. It's making me get angry real quick. But the root of the cause was God revealed to me that I never dealt with the things that happened to me in my childhood. Yes, I did a little therapy that they made me go to in the foster home, but that was just what they make you do. It wasn't a willing thing. And so as an adult, I saw those things rising up. So literally, I went to God and I literally went through a deliverance service, a deliverance process for myself because I was like, okay, this is not me. I don't know where this stuff is coming from. This is not my character. So I had to deal with what was rising up. So sometimes we need counseling, we need deliverance for things that have happened to us that we had no control of as a child, or even some of the things we did as young adults that we did have control of, but never got delivered from or never dealt with. And so that has a way of rising up. And to be committed for life, you got to be honest with your spouse and say, okay, baby, this is what's going on with me. Don't take it personal, but something is going on. Like I was telling my husband, I was like, baby, you're not doing anything, but for whatever reason, my fuse is just like that. I'm like getting upset and angry so quick, and I don't know what's going on. And so when I shared that with him, then I took it to God. Like I shared it with my husband. I took it to God because I was like, I need answers, God. I need to know what's going on. And God revealed it. And I went through the deliverance and got it dealt with. And then I became a better person for my husband.
And you know what? And through this whole episode at that time, listen, guys, this is the time if you committed for life with your spouse, this lady was having surgeries. I had to be there. It wasn't, let me think about it. I was committed for life. I wanted to go through. I wish I could have taken some of the pain, but I had to be there for her. Those are the moments, listen, people. Those are the moments Satan will try to come in and dismantle your marriage. Because with her going through the anger issue and hurting, and I'm saying, okay, I'm doing my best, all that could have flipped to the negativity, to me getting tired of that and not commit to that. But it takes Jesus Christ to cleanse you as a man, a father of a home, a husband, to show love at the crucial moments of a spouse moment. This lady was going through. She had already been through so much in life, but for me to be committed for life to her, I have to be above and beyond and not just average.
Pastor Thompson said we have to unpack the baggage that we have been carrying for years past. We have to be transparent with our spouse to develop trust. Yes, sir.
Yes,
and that's what we teach.
And that's the thing that my wife, she had to develop that receiving that. She said, okay, this man is here. I mean, I went through this surgery, he was there. I done had to do another one, and he's there. So she saw that she could trust me, and that released more love for me. So what you said, Pastor Thompson, was on point, on point. So it all boils down to, at the end of the day, your commitment, your dedication, your leadership as a king of your home. Is Jesus ordering you?
That's it.
Are you letting him give you moments to know how to love your wife? You know what? I give that job up a long time ago. As in this shell, I don't know how to love my wife at the level that he wants me to love her. So I gave that job up a long time ago. By me being in him, serving him, and honoring him, and obeying him, being obedient to the love that he showed me how to love her, being obedient to that and doing it and not saying prideful moments of a man, prideful moments saying, no, Lord, I can be doing something different. Why have I got to spend this time here? But the bottom line is, I had to take care of my wife because I was committed for life. And on top of that, I'm going to say this, and babe, I'm going to let you take over. I had the children to take care of too. So my commitment is for life. And so Jesus is ordering my step. Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine, baby. And so think about it though. We can commit to so many things.
Come on.
And then when it comes to a relationship, our spouses, it's like it falls by the wayside sometimes. Because think about it. Think about people that has been on their job for 29 and 30 years. And I mean, they made a serious commitment to be on that job that many years. And people will actually commit to a job more than they will a relationship with their spouse or marriage. I don't know whether it's a fear factor or what it is, but people have commitment issues when it comes to relationships. And it stems from so many things. It stems from your past. It stems from seeing your parents. That makes a world of difference.
Yes.
We know young adults right now that will not commit to being married because their parents' marriage was so jacked up.
Yes.
They saw, but the one cheating on the other, or one getting kids on the side, all of this kind of things that shouldn't be happening in a marriage. So now they have commitment issues because they were like, okay, if that's what marriage is all about, I don't want no part of it. So we got to realize as parents, what we do affects our children more than we ever know. Some of it is, a lot of it is not what come out our mouth. It's what they see us doing.
Yes.
So if they know that daddy or mama cheated on each other or whatever, then that put a bad taste in their mouth. They feel some kind of way about commitment, and then you have those that stay together, but like they just tolerate. Like we personally know couples like that just tolerate each other. And you can tell when they're together, like they're together, but when you sitting around them, it's like you can tell they're not even interested in each other's conversations anymore and things like that. And so we're like, wow,
you gotta work.
It just really bothers us because we're like, you can commit to so many things. People can commit to their relationship with God. They commit to like if they're working in the ministries. Some people can be so dedicated and working in the ministry, but then come home, come to their marriage, and they'll be more committed to a pastor than they do their husband. As far as women, or some men will be more committed to the first lady than they will their spouse, and that's just out of order. That's totally out of order. So if you're willing to commit, or take for instance people that's part of sororities or fraternities, boy, they die hard.
Right.
They committed to that. But won't commit to a relationship, won't commit to a marriage, won't commit to putting a ring on somebody they shacking with. It comes down to it where is your priority?
Yes, I want to say this, baby. I want to talk to the men for just a minute here. See, I've been talking to some of the young fellas where I work, and one of the things that they have problems with right now is that they grew up in a one parent home where the mother raised them. This is men now, where their mother raised them, and they saw their mother go through so many different things in life to where they don't even trust. They don't even trust other men anymore. They don't trust that because they have a problem with that. But the bottom line is, this is why Bone of My Bone and Marriage of the Heart is here today, and I thank God for it, is that is the curve we're trying to change. Is that we want young guys, men, we want you to understand love is good. Yes, because you saw your mother go through it, don't be that way. You show your wife that you're not gonna go that route. That you let your and the bottom line is it's all about committed for life. You can commit to a female and love her and stay there and beat her and be there for her, not beat her. It sounds like I said beat her, but
clarify.
Clarify. But you can be there for her. And I know your mother or your father, it could be either way. But love is still, and marriages are still good. Just because you saw a negativity thing, you change the thing in your generation. You change things in your family lineage. You break the strongholds of things that is attacking your family. Everybody get married and then all of a sudden they divorce, fight and all that. You break those strongholds. You be that one that was raised by that mother, but you be that one that break the strongholds and marry a woman and love her and be committed to her and show that your kids and show that they can see like my wife and our kids saw us grow up and saw us doing things together and being married and loving each other and getting in arguments but making up and they saw these things, but they saw us committed for life together. So it's fine. It's fine to find your wife. It's fine to break those strongholds of divorces and men beaters and women's abusers and all that. It's okay to break those strongholds.
Right. And the thing of it is, like, I didn't have that example. My husband, mother and father was together and was married for years. But like with me, I didn't have that example to go by. Literally, my mom, the man that raised me as my father, turned out wasn't my biological father, but he passed away when I was 11, and I found out that they were never married. They were just common law marriage. So just living together all those years and was never married, and they had been together for over 20 some years and was not married. And then later on, I saw in my siblings and stuff, they married and remarried, or some of them was shacking and all that. So I had no example to go by when it came to marriage. But I was determined that even though I didn't get it right the first time, because I married very young and it did not work out because I was young and I should have been directed otherwise. But anyway, got married young. It ended in divorce. I didn't give up on it at that point. Like, I knew within myself, even though at that time I told God it was going to be me and my kids the rest of my life. But in my heart, I desired to be married. I desired to have the family unit the way God ordained it to be. And so I never gave up on that. And sure enough, God sent the man that was ordained to be with me and me with him. But it makes a world of difference when you're committed and you're with the person God ordained, whereas the person you chose. It makes all the difference in the world. We can't choose who we want to be married to, marry that person and expect God to bless it. That's not the way it works. You got to be with who God told you to be with, or it's not going to work. It may last for a little time, but it is not going to work when you're with somebody.
It's, the foundation of that marriage.
Exactly.
You got to have a foundation. And now, for the last 20 years, people been getting married, divorced in 3 to 4 years because they got married because of their degrees. And they thought about all of the carnality mentality things that they can have in life, and a big home and cars, and fell in love about the things that they can accumulate instead of falling in love with truly what's on the inside of the person, where they can, like my wife said earlier in the show, it's best to be friends. Young people, if you're thinking about dating, be friends first.
Yes.
Be friends.
All the different
and while you're going through that friendship, be committed to this. Be committed to get to know them. Yeah. Get to know everything about them in a sense. Well, you'll know. Be friends that way. Mm-hmm. And if it elevates to another level, to engagement, like my wife said earlier in the show, get counseling. There's nothing wrong with it. Or else get you some mentors that you see that is living this thing out, and glean with them. Glean off them. Give everything that you see. Use it. That's right. Use it and talk to them.
And don't date with purpose.
Yes.
So many people just they'll date somebody for a little bit, go on to the next one.
Yes.
Date somebody then you already practicing divorce because you're dating so many different people. Like, you're not even dating to be serious about someone. Yes. So you even got to start commitment when you're dating. Like, don't date just to be dating. Like, you need to be able. This is the question we always ask, and we ask this even to our young adult children when they're dating. Like, do you see yourself spending the rest of your life with that person? Is that someone you can do life with? Is that someone you feel like if you make a commitment to and you get married, that they will be there sticking through thick and thin by your side through it all? Those are the kind of questions you have to ask. You can't just be out here just dating just to be dating. Like, you need to date with purpose.
Yes.
And if you're not dating with purpose, you're just doing something just to be doing it. You maybe just can't stand to be alone. And if that's a problem, some deliverance need to take place.
And I'm gonna say this. You know what? I wouldn't start dating if I was you all out there. Do you first.
Oh yeah.
Once you do you first, and you tired of doing you, then when you start dating, listen, that's straight from the Holy Ghost stuff. Do you first, and when you start dating, you know you done did some things. So now when you start dating, you can start really studying this person in front of you. You're not going to be concerned about yourself because you already done you. Baby, that's right off the press right there. I mean, listen, that is the truth. Do you first, young people. Do you first. Travel, get your education, do everything you need to do. Because then when you start to allow someone in your life, then you can focus on them. Get to know them. Get to know everything about them because you already done you. So that's thank you, Holy Ghost.
Exactly. It's all about commitment, you guys. It's all about commitment. Yes. Don't waste your time if you're not committed. Simple as that. It's not complicated. We make relationships, we make marriages, we make all of that so complicated. It's not. It's really not that complicated. Seek God. God will give you the yes or no about that person. And then if you choose to marry them and God said no, then you can expect to go through hell and high water and some more hell because you chose someone that God didn't tell you to marry. And we've done that. Like, we've all, I'm not saying everybody's done that, but a lot of us have experienced that. You marry someone that you knew you shouldn't have married.
You're right.
And then you got to deal.
That matters. It absolutely matters.
You got to deal with the consequences of it. So don't make it complicated. Take it to God. He will definitely let you know if that person is the person you're supposed to be married. And if you happen to be in a relationship or in a marriage now with someone that you're having challenges or you're having second thought, go get counseling. Like,
fight for your marriage.
Yes.
Fight for it.
If you had already made the commitment, fight for it. Yes. You're supposed to make the commitment for life. Now fight for Fight for everything in your marriage. Fight for your marriage. Fight for your loved one. Fight for that person.
And I want you all to know, if you're being beaten and all that in your marriage, come on, that's different.
No,
so don't take us literally like let's all love, 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 love. Yes, it is love, 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 love. But if you've been abused, be smart. Be smart and just
have a
get
plan.
counsel. Yeah, have a plan. My wife can tell you.
Yes, let me tell you from that perspective. If you are in an abusive relationship, make a plan to get out. Don't just leave. Have a plan. Have people in your life that can help you maneuver out of there. Don't try to just up and leave. You may lose your life, or that person may lose your life, or you're trying to fight to get out. You may end up hurting them, or you know. So make a plan. Yes. Don't ever just leave. That irks me so bad when people say that you're in an abusive relationship, just get out. It's not that easy. Take it from me. I've been there, done that, nearly lost my life. And so, no, don't just leave if you're in an abusive relationship. Make a escape plan. And if you're in a situation where you need to get out, you can personally inbox me and I will walk you through the steps. I'm telling you, because a lot of people would tell you just leave. It's not that easy. If you ain't walked them shoes, you don't understand. So be committed for life, but we're also putting in those different scenarios. If you're in a relationship where you're being abused in any way, any type of abuse, no, you don't have to stand for the abuse. Now that's a whole nother show. We're not gonna get into that.
So listen, share the video. Yes. Share the video. Please share the video. I'm committed for life. And and I want to give a plug and a shout out to OPNS 97.1, where you can hear us
Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Central Time. And so we'll definitely post that. We post it on Saturday mornings. We post it sometime during the week. So just click the link and enjoy it and listen and learn.
OPNS 97.1. Here we grow.
Yes. But let's talk about our website, the services that we offer, because we don't ever want to end a show now without talking about what we offer and how we can be a blessing to you and you to us. So that is our website. Our website is www.bombmarriage.org. That's B.O.M.B. And just in case you didn't know, what that stands for, B.O.M. stands for bone of my bone. That is scripture coming from Genesis 2:23 and 24.
Well, I'm cleaving unto my wife.
Yes, with 23. That's where that scripture comes from. Genesis 2 and 23. So that's where that word bone come from. So don't get,
oh, baby, that's
don't get moved by it. But that's the website. So you can go there and you can see all the services that we offer: counseling, coaching, retreats, you name it. If it's marriage related, or if you just need a speaker for that type of setting. If you're having a marriage event, or you're talking to the married couples, or if you're talking to the singles and you need a speaker, I'm available. My husband is available. We can come together however you need it. But go and go to the website, see everything that we have to offer, and go ahead and book, because our calendar fills up quick and we have 3 upcoming events already for next year. We have a marriage retreat. We have a marriage conference and a singles conference.
Yes.
So we have all those things coming up. And so if you're trying to get on our calendar, please go ahead and book. So we will have you locked in and you will not miss out on our services.
Bone of my bone is coming on.
Yes, it is. And so, you'll be able to see everything that we offer. And also check out our website again. And if you just want to keep in the loop, keep in contact with us, you can go on there and do that also, where you can just put your email in there. And that way, anything we send out, you'll get that. And then even if you need a website built, we have connections. Our son built just a awesome job.
Yes,
on our website.
Exquisite.
Yes. And so you can find him at L period the one. That's DE capital JUAN.com. That's L the one .com. And he can help you with your website issues or video editing and all that good stuff. So yeah, we got some connections, y'all. So connect with us. Stay connected with us. We appreciate you guys always coming on, listening when we come on live, and also when we're on the radio live. So be sure and stay connected with us and reach out to us. You know, we want to do life with you. We want to do things together and help just be a blessing to each other's ministry. So be sure and sign up, and so you won't miss out.
Yes, and just remember, it's not about us.
It's
about
never about
Jesus
us.
Christ.
Yes.
The only one you can get into the kingdom through. You got to face him. You got to embrace him. That's the only way you can get in. So this is all about Jesus Christ. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do Jesus Christ. We committed for life to him. And our marriage is dedicated to him and committed for life for him. So
John said, thank you both so much. Needed to hear this word. So much knowledge and wisdom. Thank you, John. And John, we appreciate you so much. You are so faithful to come on when we're live. You're so faithful to share our information, share our website. So just know that we love you, bro, and we appreciate everything you do. You don't have to do it, and we appreciate you so much. And we definitely gonna be in touch with all you guys because we got some stuff coming up we want to do with all the couples.
Thank you, Miss Johnson.
Yes, thank you so much, Rebecca. But yeah, we got a lot of things coming up, you guys, to get involved in, whether you're single or you're married. So don't feel left out if you're not married yet. We got stuff coming on up. We just gotta lock in the dates and the location before we put it all out there. We want it all like verified, certified, ready to go before we share it. So when we do, y'all better jump on it quick because everything we do feels really quick.
Yes, and I want you all to know we enjoyed everyone that came to the retreat, and then we still talking about it because we know what God have done.
Yes.
We know what Jesus done and what he did at that retreat. I mean, he totally did an awesome thing.
Yes, he did. He showed up and showed out. Rebecca says she's single 100%. That's all right. We got a singles conference coming up. And so when we put it out, make sure you sign up so we can see you face to face and you get everything you need from that singles conference.
Miss Johnson, do you first. Do you first because when he find you, then you want to be able to study him and he study you. And you ain't got to worry about yourself because you already done everything you want to do. But then you can really get to know him and y'all can truly become friends where you can have an awesome marriage like B.O.M.B. Like the bombmarriage.org.
That's it. That's it. And you guys don't ever take it as we're bragging, we're boasting. No. It's not about that at all. God has blessed us tremendously, and we give him the glory and the praise because it ain't always been like that. Like he said, he's been married before. I was married before. It was not a good marriage at all. And so what we've been through and where we are now, God gets the glory. It is nothing about us boasting, bragging, or any of that. We just want to make sure God gets the praise and the glory because so many people take things for granted that God has done in their life, or they, don't share their testimony. The Bible says in Revelations that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the words of our testimony. So we're supposed to share our testimonies about what we've been through so we can help the next person because you never know who's listening, who's watching, who's learning from what you've been through. If we choose to not share, if we choose to not, talk about our experiences in life that God helped us overcome, then you would never know it. Bragging and boasting in the Lord permissible. Amen, daughter. But yeah, and so it's not a boastful or bragging type thing at all. It's about giving God the praise because he didn't have to do it, but he did. Like when I say I'm blessed to be sitting here, that is not that is an understatement. So, I mean, we don't take any of it for granted, what God is doing.
I just want to look at you for maybe y'all I'm looking at her because she's so beautiful and I love everything that she say. Yes, but you know, this is sincere love though. Everybody know us, y'all. Everybody that knows the Robinsons, they know that this is the way we play. This is the way we play. There's no fake. We gonna lay it down real. If you can't stand it, go, leave. But the bottom line is we gonna exemplify what love should be. And I want to say this while you were speaking, baby. If it's more loving marriages in the world, the single people will see how great it is to love. Exactly. Right now, it's been so many divorces and everything and so many negativities about marriage, the young generation is pulling away. But we're going to change that. The married couples, we're going to change that. The more they see the love out beyond the four walls of your home, out there in the church, where it's at, it's going to change things. It's going to get in their system. They're going to see it and they're going to like, you know, I like that. I like that. But then you got to make connections too. When that window open to be able to minister and come to a young couple, and or else an older couple that's going through, they hear something that they can glean on that can save their relationship. And that's what we're all about.
And that's our life purpose is to change lives. Like whatever way God has called you to do that, He put us on this earth with a purpose. And one of our purposes is marriage. And so what we do it to be a blessing to so many. We do it to draw people to God, not us. Draw people to God, you know, draw people closer to God, draw people closer to what marriage is, what a good marriage, a great marriage is, because so many people have not seen that. And so when they see it, it's like, first out their mouth, they think, oh, that's not real. They just fake it. I mean, we've gotten it a lot, you guys. People say, oh, y'all can't be that in love. Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we can.
Watch this.
And so it's not for show or fashion at all. No. It's like I said, when you got something good, when you had, and I honestly had to overcome that, you guys. When we first got married, my husband is a lovey-dovey, public, affectionate type of person. And I wasn't. I wasn't into all that. I was like, no, don't be, won't be doing all this. People think this, and people think that. And so I had to learn and overcome what people think. Because when it was said and done, I'm like, when it's said and done, them same people that's got an opinion about me, my life, or whatever, where were they when I was going through prior to this? Where were they when it was just me and my kids? Where were they? So they weren't around in all of that. So why does their opinion matter? So a lot of times it's us having to overcome people's opinion of what they think of us, or how they feel about us, or what their comments is, because it don't matter.
All I say is, baby, put your relationship, whether you're dating, engaged, or marriage, it's just this common, y'all. I'm a common man, and I'm gonna say it common. Just put your relationship in Jesus Christ's hands.
Oh yes.
Let Him order your steps. All right.
All right. So we got.
Something to say, baby?
No, I was just going to say we got 1 minute and we're about to get off. So again, go to our website at www.bombmarriage.org. Share it. Let people know about the website and all of that, because it may not be services you need right now, but you know people that do. Yes, so go ahead and share it. Be a blessing to others by sharing it. And we love you guys so much. We appreciate you guys. And you have been tuned into Bone of My Bone, Marriage of the Heart. We love you guys. And we will talk to you later.
Next week.